In this video, I'll be going over how to use the new Pixel 7 and 7 Pro for beginners. Welcome to the video. I'm your tech guide Wayne, and today I'll be covering how to use the new Pixel 7 and 7 Pro for beginners. If you are new to this device, you have come to the right place. I'll be walking you through everything from how to navigate the phone to how to download applications, how to make calls, send text messages, how to set up your email, and how to set up the fingerprint sensor. So those are all the things you can expect to learn from the video. And obviously after this one, we'll be back with a part 2 to teach you some more cool things about using this phone. So make sure you watch the video all the way to the end so you don't miss any important nuggets. And also make sure you save this video, so if you need to go back later and watch it again to reference any of the points, it'll be right there saved in your YouTube log. The video will be broken into chapters, so you can jump to specific sections by going down to the description section and going to the chapter section. So without further ado, let's get started. In this first section, we're going to start with a walkthrough of the exterior buttons of the phone. Then we'll walk through navigating the home screen and how to get around. So let's start with the buttons. So one thing you'll notice on the left side of the phone, you won't find any buttons at all. You'll only find your SIM card tray that you can use to pop out your SIM card for your service. On the right side of the phone, you'll find a power button, power standby, a volume up and a volume down button, and that's it. So just 3 buttons on the right side. Top of the phone, you won't find anything there. And on the bottom of the phone, you'll find just the charging port, which is called a Type-C. So if you ever need to buy a new charger, make sure you look for a USB Type-C charging type. You'll notice there is no headphone jack, but if you do have traditional headphones, you can always use those by simply buying an adapter, a Type-C to auxiliary adapter, and I'll make sure to leave a link below in the description of where you can purchase one if you still want to use your old school headphones with your Pixel. Here we have what is called the lock screen, and to get into the phone, all you need to do is take your finger and you can put it on this little symbol right here and just drag up, and that will unlock the phone for you. Now remember, this phone does have a built-in in-display fingerprint sensor, so we can actually program this section here where I can put my finger here and it would actually unlock the phone using my fingerprint. Now currently that is not set up. There is no password on the phone, so that's why when I tap on that lock, it just takes me right in. But at the end of the video, I'll be going over how to set up that fingerprint sensor, so make sure you stay tuned all the way until the end. Okay, so now we're on the main home screen here, and we're going to make one adjustment to the settings before we go into navigating the screen, because the phone comes in what is called the gesture mode, and in gesture mode you lose some easy buttons that will help navigate the phone. I'm going to show you how to get those back, and again, it's going to help make your experience of using the phone a little bit easier. So here's what we're going to do. Swipe down from the top of the screen, so you see your camera is up here. Just put your finger at the top of the phone and swipe down. Swipe down again. In the bottom right corner, you'll find your power button. FYI, if you ever turn your phone off or restart it, you can tap on that power button. To the left of it is the settings button, and this is a shortcut that takes you right to your settings menu, which here we are. Now, this is the top of the settings menu. We want to go all the way to the bottom, so swipe up, keep going up until you get to the system option. Select system, go to gestures, and then go to system navigation. And from here, we're going to change it from gesture navigation to 3-button navigation. Tap there, and 3 buttons will pop up at the bottom of your screen. For those of you that have used Android phones in the past, this will hopefully make the phone a bit easier for you to use, because it's how a lot of the older Androids function. The gesture option is a little bit hard to learn, and this is a lot easier to get started for a new beginner. So we have our 3 buttons, and guess what? Our first lesson on how to navigate the phone starts right now. So, learning how to use these 3 buttons will be crucial in you having a smooth experience using the phone. So, right now we're in the settings. We want to get back to that main home screen. All we have to do is tap on our home button, which is the circle in the center of the screen. Tap on that button, and it takes us back to our home screen. No matter what you're doing, if you want to get back to this screen, you just need to tap on that circle at the bottom, which is your home button. If I were to go to the Chrome browser, which is the internet, and I want to go back to my home screen, guess what? Home button takes me right back there. Now, second lesson, this button to the left, this is our back button. So we have our home button and our back button. How does the back button work? Well, let's go to the settings again. Swipe down from the top, swipe down again, tap on settings. Now, if you remember, we went to System, Gestures, and then System Navigation. So we're 3 pages deep into the settings menu. Now, if I want to go back 1 page, but stay in the settings, I can tap on this back button here. Watch this. 1 tap takes me back 1 page. If I press it again, it takes me back another page. And I can continue to press this to get back to the main screen of settings. And if I press it 1 more time, it'll just take me out of settings altogether, like this. So that's really all the back button does. It just takes you back 1 step. So it's really helpful when you're in an app and you're trying to navigate, or maybe you tap the wrong thing. This will help you usually go back 1 step. Now, this third button here is called your Recent Apps button. One quick note, I keep using the word apps. I want to explain for those of you that are not familiar with the term. So apps is short for applications. And think of it like how computers have programs, phones have applications, or apps for short. So if you ever hear me say apps, I'm referring to these little icons here. These are all applications or apps for short. Okay, so let's keep going. So whenever we open up one of these apps, for example, we just opened Chrome. If I hit the home button and go back to the main screen, that app is still running in the background of the phone. I just went from the app back to the home screen, but the app is still running. And the way I can check that is by tapping the Recent Apps button. The Recent Apps button will show me all the apps that are currently running. So if you remember, we went to Chrome, Chrome is still open. Swipe over, we went to Settings, Settings is still open. And some other things I was working on before starting the video. So if you actually want to close an application when you're finished using it, you'll want to tap on the Recent Apps button, and then you can swipe up to close out the app so it's no longer running in the background. For example, Settings, I don't need it anymore. Well, let's just swipe up like this, and now it's totally closed. Now, it's a little tedious to have to swipe up for every single app. And now if I swipe to the right, guess what? It'll take me to a Clear All button that I can then use to close all the applications that were running in the background. So that's a cool little tip in closing apps. So basically that's it. We've gone over the 3 buttons here. And once you learn how to use these 3 buttons, that's a lot of the work in terms of navigating the phone. Now, the next thing is, where do I find my apps? So by swiping up, again, we're on the home screen. If I swipe up, it takes me to what is called the app drawer. And this is where you'll find all of the apps that are on the phone. So as I swipe up, you'll see I have quite a few on this phone. And so if I want to select any one of these options, I'm in the section, I can just tap one. If I tap YouTube, for example, it'll take me to the YouTube app. Okay, let's hit the home button. One more time, to get to all your apps, or what's called your app drawer, you'll make sure you're on the home screen and just swipe up, and it will take you to your menu where you'll find all your apps. Now at the top here, the first 4 are usually going to be recent apps that you've used, and it's a cool little shortcut that just allows you to get back to apps that you frequently use. Okay, let's hit our home button again to get back to the home screen. Now, the next thing you'll need to know in terms of navigating the phone is how to use what's called the notification panel. To get there, we're going to swipe down from the top of the screen. Remember, we did this earlier to get to settings. Take your finger, bring it up to the top of the screen, and just swipe down or drag down the screen. And this will take you to what is called your notification panel. Now, in this section, you'll usually see different notifications. For example, if you have a new email, if you have a text message, if you have a new notification from Facebook or an app that you use, they all will show up in this section. And this is how you keep track of what information is coming through your phone. When you see those pop-ups, all you need to do is just tap on it and it will take you right to that application. For example, if the Gmail pop-up was here, you'll get to read a preview of a few of your latest messages, and all you do is tap on the message and it takes you right to the Gmail app. So that's what this section does. At the top here, you have what are called your switches, and these switches control different settings on the phone. Think of it as the most frequently used settings on the phone. And you'll notice right now we can only see 4 of them, which is our internet or the Wi-Fi option, Bluetooth, flashlight, do not disturb. But if I swipe down again, now I have more options: alarm, airplane mode, device controls, my wallet. I can now swipe to the left, and guess what? I have more options. I have a battery saver mode, which is super important there. Swipe again, and these are all the different shortcut options you have access to. Now, let me point out just a few of the most important ones. And I mentioned the first one, which is the Wi-Fi one. So the one that says internet, this is actually what you'll use to connect to your home Wi-Fi. So where it says internet, just hold down, and that'll take you to your Wi-Fi section. And here it will show you all the available Wi-Fi networks that you can connect to. I'm already connected to this one here, but let's just say I went to a restaurant or someone's house. I could tap on whatever the network I'm looking for is, so Netgear52, and then I could enter the password, and now I'd be connected to that Wi-Fi network. Okay, so we went over Wi-Fi. Next, we have our Bluetooth switch here, which will allow you to connect to a Bluetooth device, such as a Bluetooth speaker or Bluetooth headphones. Now, the first thing you'll need to know with this particular switch is to turn it on, you need to just tap on the button, okay? And if the button is lit up in blue or a color, then that's how you know your Bluetooth is turned on. Now, to get to the actual menu to connect to your new device, you'll need to take your finger and press it on Bluetooth for 1 second, just like this. That will open up your Bluetooth menu, and then you can tap on Pair New Device to begin looking for a potential new device to connect to, okay? Let's use our back button here to get out of Bluetooth. We'll swipe down again. Now, you can swipe down a second time, and you can see you have all your other switch options here. Airplane mode, you have your flashlight. You can simply just tap, and you can use your camera flash as a flashlight. You can set your alarm right from here. As we swipe to the left, we have our battery saver mode. We have our screen recording option. We have an option here to connect to a TV. And swipe to your left, and you have your one-handed mode shortcut. So you have all these different shortcuts that are built in to this little switches menu. They're just options from the settings that are frequently used, so therefore they're put in this menu. One other option you'll find in this section is your brightness bar, which will allow you to lower or raise your screen brightness. The phone will automatically adjust the brightness based on the room you're in, but you can again always manually adjust it by going to this menu here and just dragging the bar left and right, just like that. So that is the notification panel. In this next section, I'll be going over how to download applications. So we talked earlier what apps are. It's short for applications. Again, like how computers have programs, phones have applications or apps for short. And there's a particular app you're going to use to be able to download any application you can think of. So first, we're going to swipe up, and we're going to go all the way up until we get to the Play Store icon. This icon here will take you to the App Store, where you'll find all of the different applications that you can download to the phone. Now, some of you, when you tapped on that button, it didn't take you to this screen. If it took you to another screen that's asking you to sign into a Google account, all you'll need to do is enter your Gmail email address and password and sign into your account. If you don't have one, you'll need to create one. In the bottom left corner of the screen, you'll see a button that should say create an account. And you can tap on that and follow the instructions to set up your Google account first. So then you can get to this screen, which is the Play Store. In order to download applications, you do have to have a Google account or Gmail account set up first. Okay? So now that we're here, let's walk through the basic process of how you download an application. So there's two ways you can approach this. You either know what app you want to download, or you just want to browse and see what apps are available. Let's start with the first example, which is, hey, I want to download an application. I want to download Uber on my Pixel. Okay, no problem. At the top of the screen, you'll find a search box that says search for apps and games. You can either tap in the box and the keyboard will pop up, and then you can start typing the app you want to download. So Uber, U-B-E-R. Hit the magnifying glass in the bottom right corner to begin searching. And here we are, we have our Uber application. Now, let's say you didn't know how to spell Uber, or you didn't want to type it. There is another option that you can use to search for an app just by name. You can tap on the microphone right next to the search box, right up here, and just say the name of the app you're trying to download. Lyft. So here we go. So I can do a voice search, and then it will automatically find the app I'm trying to search for or get me as close as possible. In this case, the app is here, and you'll notice, so here's the app, Lyft, and here is the green install button. So I found the app, and now I want to download it to the phone and install it. I'm going to tap on this green install button. Now, one important thing to note, if that green button doesn't say install, if instead it says a price, 99 cents, $2.99, if it has a number in it, it's telling you that that application is not free and that you will need to pay for it. So keep that in mind. In the event you are not trying to pay for an app, most of the apps are free. And if you find one that has a price in it, you can usually do another search to try to find another version of that app that is free. Okay, so after a few seconds here, guess what? We were able to successfully download the Lyft app and install it. How do I know that? Because my green button no longer says install. Now it says open, and that's telling me that it's already on the phone. So I'm going to tap on the green button here, and it will take me right to the Lyft app. Now, this particular application has a prompt that comes up as soon as you open it, and it's asking if the phone can access your location. Because it's an app that basically uses your location to pinpoint where other cars are around you, they need to ask for your permission first to ping the device location. So in this case, we would just hit while using. We're not going to go into in detail how to use the Lyft app. I just wanted to show you the process from downloading it all the way into opening it. So now that we're all done, I'm going to tap on my home button here to get back to the home screen. Now guess what? If I want to get to that Lyft app later, all I have to do is swipe up from the home screen and swipe up a bit more. Now all the apps are in order by alphabetical order, so guess what? I'm coming down to the L section, and here's my Lyft app. I can always go back to it later if I'd like to use it in the future by just tapping on it. So there is my Lyft app. Now you'll notice I have a lot of apps in my app drawer just because I download a lot of apps. So I can always come to the top search box here, and I can begin typing the name of an app if I want to search for it. For example, if I wanted the YouTube Music app, I can just search for it aside from swiping down the list like I just did here. All right, so you can go up and down, try to find it, or just tap in the box and then type the name of the app to search for it. So that's how you download an app in a nutshell. Now let's go back to our Play Store. Now guess what? Let's use our recent apps button that we learned about earlier. I'm going to tap here and swipe over, and here is my Play Store. I can simply go back to it and I can continue to use this like I was before. Because remember, whenever you click away from the app, it doesn't close, it continues to run in the background of the phone. So now I'm back on the Play Store and I want to get off of this lift search page. I'm going to use my back button at the bottom of the screen to go back one page. And now I'm back on the main page of the Play Store. I just want to show you a few other things. So we talked about how to search for an app if you know the name of it. But what if you just want to download, or if you want to look up and see what other apps are available to download? You can first come to the bottom of the screen here. You'll notice some different tabs here: games, apps, offers, and books. So these are different things you can purchase within the Play Store. Obviously, if you're looking for a specific game, you'd want to be in the game section. If you're looking for different apps, you want to be in the app section. An example of an app is like, DoorDash or Webull, like a trading app, or there's so many different app options that are available. You'll want to go to app, and then at the top of your screen, you'll have some other categories. So for you, top charts, you can see what everyone is downloading, what are the most popular apps being downloaded. You have kids, and then you have a category section that will allow you to search through different categories of apps that you might be looking for. Maybe you just want the best finance apps. You can tap on the finance section and then look at apps that are only related to that particular topic. So that's just a quick rundown of how to use the Play Store, is just using the different categories at the top of the screen and also making sure that you're on the right section at the bottom here: games, apps, offers, which again, more apps or books. All right, we're going to tap on our home button to get out of the App Store, and this concludes our section of how to download applications. Let's start here. First, I'm going to initiate a call so you can see what it looks like, and you can see the process of how to answer the phone. The process does vary depending on if you're actively using the phone and the screen is on, or if the screen is off and you're not using the phone. The call is going to look different when it comes through. So I want to show you both processes so you can learn how to do it depending on what the situation is. Let's initiate a call now so you can see the pop-up and we can go over how to answer. So screen is off, I'm not using the phone, a call comes through. Okay, so the call has come through. I'm gonna put my finger on the call button here and either drag it up to answer it or drag it down to decline. Okay, so let's answer it by finger again on the call button and drag up. And guess what? We just answered the call, and I can tap on the button here to go on speaker. And I can tap here to hold. Or if I want to do a three-way call, I can always tap add a call to add someone to it. When you're all done, just tap the red button at the bottom and that will end the call. So there is our first demonstration. So that's if the phone is off. That's what it's going to look like if someone is calling you. Now, let's initiate another call, and this time you're actively using the phone. If you notice, it looks different when the call comes through. So what I'm going to do is I can either tap on the green button here or tap on the red button to decline. Green to answer, red to decline. You don't need to swipe. You just need to tap. Let's tap here. I've just answered the call. And again, I have the same options on the screen. And when you're all done, tap the red button to hang up the call. So those are the two different ways a call is going to look like when it comes through, and those are the two different ways you'll need to maneuver the menu to answer or to decline the call. Next, let's go over how to make a call. First, you're going to go to the call button or the phone button in the bottom left corner, and you'll have a dialer button here that you can tap to get right to the numbers to initiate a call. You also have a favorites menu here. You can save a contact to the phone and then dial it easily by going to favorites. You have your recent calls, which is the screen we're on now. You have your normal contacts, and you can check voicemails using this option right here. So I want to make a call. I'm going to tap on the dialer or the keypad here. I'm going to enter a phone number. There's our phone number. And now I can tap the green button here to start the call. And that's what it'll look like as you're initiating a call. And when it answers, you should see the number begin to count up right here. When you're all done, tap the red button here to end the call. So that's how you make a call, by typing in the phone number. Now I do have one number saved as a favorite, so I'm going to go over to my favorites menu and I have this number saved. So guess what? If I want to call my friend Joe Williams, I'm just going to tap on the icon and I'm going to tap on the phone button here, and this will start the call. See that? And we'll tap the red button to end the call. All right, so in a nutshell, that's making calls and that's receiving calls. And let's now get into how to send and receive a text message. So the icon next to the phone is going to be the Messages app. If I want to send someone a text message, I'm going to tap on the Start a Chat button, and I can either tap on my contact here. I can also tap in the box here. It says to, and then there's a little box at the top. I can tap here and I can begin typing a phone number, or I can type in a name of someone who's saved in my contacts and begin sending them a text message. Let's type in a phone number. So I typed in a number. I'm going to tap where it says send to and the phone number. And now that number is in and ready for me to send it a text message. I now want to tap in the box that says text message and then send my message. Hi. Now I can just send hi. I can tap on the little emoji icon right here, and I can add a little happy face if I want. I can also tap on the plus to the left here, and I can add a GIF. So tap the GIF button, and I can do a search. Also type in hi and find GIFs that align with that word. So I can add this here. Now my text message will have hi, the words hi, an emoji, and a GIF. And then I can tap on the button here to send the message. So we just sent a text message. And if I want to send this person a picture that I just took, I can tap on the plus, or excuse me, not the plus, but to the right of the plus, this option here will allow me to attach a picture to the text message. So I have this picture here. I can just simply tap on it and add that picture to my message. I can also go back to that option, and I have a camera that's going to pop up here. So I could take a picture right now and add that to the message. I'm going to take a picture of this, hit the white button, tap attach, and now I'm going to send this picture and the one I just took, and tap the little button here to send the message. So that's how you send a text message, and that's how you attach a picture or a GIF to it as well. You can also send someone a voice message through text message, which is a feature I love. So right next to where it says text message and right next to the emoji icon, you have a microphone. And if you tap on the microphone, or you're going to put your finger on it and hold, you can begin recording a quick voice message that will be sent directly through text, just like this. Hey, I hope your day is going well. Notice I put my finger on the button and I held it until I finished talking. And now I can tap on the play button here to play it back.
Hey, I hope your day is going well.
So super easy to send us a quick voice message, and then hit the button here to send it to the person you want to send it to. And that's really all you need to know about sending text messages. Let's talk about how to set up your email addresses on your Pixel phone. So, one easy tip to do this is using the Gmail app to sign into all your email accounts. That's right, using the Gmail app. So, let's swipe up, get to our app drawer, and let's go up to our Gmail app. Tap on that. Now from here, I already have one Gmail account already signed in, so I'm going to go to the upper right corner and tap on the little icon in the corner and come all the way down and tap add another account. For those of you that did not have an email previously set up, this was the first screen you should have seen when you open the Gmail app. A lot of people don't know this, but you can use the Gmail app to sign into other email types along with Gmails. For example, I can sign into an Outlook, a Hotmail, a Live, a Yahoo email, Exchange, or Office 360. Those are some of the other email types that are supported. There is an other option here where you can manually sign into an account as well. I don't recommend it though because it's a little more work and it's not really user friendly for a new user. So if you have one of these email types, simply select it. For example, if you have a Yahoo, tap on Yahoo, and then you'll enter your Yahoo email address, hit next, and then you'll enter your password. Now, if you have an email account that does not fall within one of these options, here is how you go about signing into that email account. I'll give you a great example. I have an AOL email account from back in the day, and guess what? That is not one of the options listed on the screen here. No problem. I'm going to hit the home button. I'm going to swipe up, and I want to go to the Play Store right here. And I'm going to show you a little trick to find email applications that will work with any email type that you have. So let's make sure we're on the Apps tab at the bottom here. And then let's make sure we're at the top of the screen. I'm just swiping down to get right to the top. You should see your search bar at the top of the screen. We're going to tap in the search box, tap the number selection in the bottom left corner of your keyboard, and then tap on the @ symbol. All I'm going to do is type in @ and what my email address @ is. So for AOL, it will be @AOL.com, and then I'm going to do a search for that. So let's type in AOL.com, hit the search, and now it's going to pair me up with apps that will work with that email type. So right here I have an AOL app I can download. I have a Yahoo app that works with AOL emails, and I have a few generic email options like this one that just says email. So you'll find that there are quite a few email applications you can download that will work with AOL. Now, what if you have this type of email account, which is also was very common years ago, which is an sbcglobal.net. So I'm going to type it in @sbcglobal.net and then hit the search magnifying glass in the bottom right corner. And here's my list of all of the apps that will support that email type. All I have to do is select one. In this case, I'm going to select my AT&T. I'm going to tap the green install button. And once this email app downloads, I can open it and put in my email address and password, and I should be able to now access my sbcglobal.net emails from this app. So that's a quick rundown of how you sign into your different email accounts on the Pixel phone. Now guess what? You can sign into as many accounts as you want. You're not limited to one or two, so that's just one thing to note. In this section, we'll be going over how to set up your lock screen password. So basically to require a password to unlock the phone, and also how to set up your fingerprint reader. We're going to swipe down from the top of the screen, Swipe down again and go to the settings option in the bottom right corner. We're going to swipe up and we want to go to the security section. From here, you should see a pop-up that's going to say set a screen lock. We're going to tap set screen lock here. And I want to set a pattern and a fingerprint. So a pattern is when you have to draw a pattern combination to unlock the phone. You can also select a PIN and fingerprint, which would be entering a 4 or 6 digit number and a fingerprint. And here you'd also be able to set up your face unlock feature as well. So actually let's select PIN because that's a very common option to use. And I'm going to set up a 4-digit PIN to unlock the phone. And I'm just going to make it something easy, which is going to be 0000 and hit next. And then re-enter it again, 0000, hit confirm. Now my lock screen has a PIN code that has to be entered for anyone to unlock the phone. And this is really recommended to keep your phone secure. Now on top of that, I'm going to also set up a fingerprint unlock so I can unlock it using my fingerprint instead of the PIN. So let's swipe up here, hit agree, start, and I'm going to be programming my thumb to unlock the phone. I'm going to pick up the phone and begin to press down on the fingerprint reader. So you want to press with a bit of force, pick up your finger, and every time you put your finger back down, try to slightly move it so that the reader can learn the different sections of your finger, and it'll make it easier for you to unlock the phone in the future. You don't want to keep tapping it in the exact same way. You want it to learn all of your finger. And here we go. That was pretty quick. It's programmed. Now, one important recommendation is to always program a second fingerprint, let's just say on your opposite hand. So in case you're holding something in the hand that you have the fingerprint reader programmed to, you can grab your phone with another hand and also be able to unlock the phone just as easy. Now, for the sake of the video, I'm not going to do it here, but I'm letting you know you should program a second finger on another hand. And to do that, you would just tap the add another option right here. Now, we've programmed our PIN, we've programmed our face unlock, or excuse me, our fingerprint unlock. You can also program a face unlock, so you can simply bring the phone up to your face and it will unlock just from you looking at the phone. Now, this is super easy. We're going to just swipe up here, press I agree. I'm going to hit start and I'm going to bring the phone up to my face, and it's going to ask you to tilt your head. So tilt down, tilt up, and just that fast, it is programmed. I'm going to hit done. And now I can lock the phone by just tapping the power button on the right side. If I tap it again to unlock, I'm going to either use the fingerprint like this to unlock, or I can now just bring the phone up to my face. And you'll notice the little lock on the front of the screen is going to go from a lock that's locked to this icon, which is an unlock. So let's try it again so you can pay attention to how the lock is going to look. Okay, let's lock it. So right now it just looks like a fingerprint. If I bring it up to my face, the icon is going to change. And now it looks like a lock that is unlocked. And that's how I know that the phone has read my face, and I can just swipe up to unlock the phone. I hope you found that video helpful. If it was, do me a favor, hit that like button down below. If you're not already a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button so you can be alerted every time we post new videos. And also, if you can leave a comment down below and let me know if the video was helpful. I always love to hear from the folks who watch and want to make sure the content is helpful and relevant. And also, if there's anything new you'd like to learn in the part 2 video, make sure you leave that in the comment section down below. Thanks again for watching. Take care, and as always, have a good one.